This is one of the biggest surprises for me is that no one has ever talked about this movie, and I think it deserves every attention and love that it's gonna get. Directed by Bill Gunn, the name of the movie is Ganja and Hess from 1973, and this is widely known for it being the most original and intellectually rich American horror film from the 70s. It was marketed as a blaxploitation at the time. This was still considered more experimental, and it was really another vampire flick that I did not see where it's going to go. It was just so unpredictable to me, and it was very unsettling, especially every time I hear the chanting in this movie. Not only was this so unsettling and haunting, it is so poetic and just philosophically engaging for me, and it explored a lot of themes in this movie that if you really get so locked into the film, you'll understand exactly what it means. Even though on some instances you won't because it gets really psychedelic at some point. And I really love that with 70s films in general. Story follows with Dr. Hess Green, who is the anthropologist in this film, who becomes a vampire after being by a cursed dagger, and Ganja is the widow, basically, of the unstable assistant. But what unfolds here is more of like a surreal exploration of addiction, desire, race, and spirituality. It was just one of those surreal, unconventional vampire tale that will linger and will basically stick with you for a very long time because it's just one of a kind and you cannot compare this with anything else. Very hypnotic in style, and the compelling storytelling in here, and just the way they were able to craft the density of its surrealism in the movie. It was like a breath of fresh air to me. I understand that it can be a little slow to some people, but I really did not mind that at all, and it can get rough around the edges in this film, and I also did not mind that if it gets art housey, if it's just a really low budget independent horror film, give it to me because I will watch it. Another thing that really stood out to me here was the themes and the style of this movie when they've explored the core elements of vampirism being a metaphor of spiritual hunger and addiction, the real imagery of ritualistic sequences in this movie, the religious symbolism that was exposed in this film between Christianity and African spiritual traditions. It was so rejuvenating. I don't know, to me it's a